Yo! So I'm all by myself today. No support, no support. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. Just to get things done. Not everybody always available to discuss football. But either which way, going to briefly go through the Barca versus Getafe game that I watched not too long ago. Um, well, long story short, Flick is still perfect in La Liga. Undefeated, minimal goals conceded. Today wasn't their best performance, but they still dominated the game enough where it wasn't really much of a threat coming from Getafe. Getafe is one of the better defensive teams within La Liga, and they did put up a pretty decent defense. If it wasn't for David Soraya's mistaken goal, it may have ended nil-nil. But either which way, Barca still had opportunities where they could have put more than one goal within the net. I remember chance Lewandowski had off of a Raphinha through ball. I remember Raphinha's header, which was totally off target, and while Eric Garcia had a chance to tap in off of a corner, but put it wide. So most of the chances did fall to Barca. I only remember one chance of note from Getafe, which was coming down to the end where they had a small breakaway that I think one of their central defenders from Barca cleared the initial cross, which was their biggest threat. To me, the man of the match for me for Barca, definitely, at least in my opinion, was Raphinha. Brought a lot of energy, um, played everywhere. I find he kind of more popped up in the middle areas. I don't think that Torre, from my opinion, was that influential. Definitely Yamal always a threat. Had his moments today, wasn't as effective as he usually is, but definitely was still a threat. Kunde was great at the back. The entire back line was good. Balde overlapping runs on the left was also great. Um, Casado had a very good game also, and well, I have to give credit to Lewandowski to doing what a striker does, being able to pounce on mistakes and score goals. So ideally, that's ideally what it was for Barca. Nothing more that I could say in terms of that particular game. I would give some credit to Getafe, as I said, defensively they were great. They were a bit physical without being overly nasty. They had the opportunities where Uche had to use his size and his strength to kind of get the ball forward, but didn't really have the support to be able to do, to be able to affect the game much or cause any particular panic in the back line. Even if you watch the stats, the possession was way on Barca's side, 78% to 22%. They had like 15 shots on goal. And as I said, to me, four shots on target, one being the goal, and three were those particular chances that were either saved by David Soria or they were just off target. I do remember Yamal being able to cut in from his right hand side and shoot off the left. And David Soraya did have acrobatic save to be able to keep that ball out. And he also did hit the top of the crossbar too at one point. So dominance by Barca. Barca still looks like the team to beat in La Liga. Again, there wasn't that great compared to the previous games so far, but I do think that could just be the schedule congestion, or it could be persons getting tired, or could just be the unfortunate injury of Ter Stegen still playing, plaguing the team. That's why they're not playing that well at this particular moment. When I say not that well, not scoring more than one goal, not like they're not playing the ball well in terms of passes and defense and how they press the ball. So very impressive from Flick. Can't say anything negative at all so far for Barca. And yeah, from what I'm seeing, I'm trying to see what was the goal difference that they have. It's 18, but I can't see how much Barca has conceded so far. At least not in the stats that I have up right now. But ideally speaking, great game from Barca, even though it was only a 1-0 victory. And as for the positives Getafe can take from this game is great defense with its Barca. You take what you can get. They didn't give you much, but hey, so it goes sometimes. So coming up weekend, I know we mentioned it in the last one. It's Atletico versus Real Madrid for the Madrid derby. I'm trying to see who Barca has to play next. I'm not seeing. Let me see if I can find that information. Barca's next game is against Osasuna. Osasuna is could be a very plucky side. It may not be as straightforward as it may think for those who don't watch La Liga. They can pose a bit of a threat to Barca, but I do think that Barca would win that game also 1-0. So yeah, that's all for the review right now, and see you for the next game. Peace.